Hey folks, I got a new cab here. It's a Bad Dudes, which is pretty cool. I was happy to get it. Before I get it out, I know I want to take care of some stuff on the bottom. These leg levelers are kind of spent, and they're all the way down in. So I'm basically ripping it off and then using my vice grips to move them out. I'll put some new leg levelers on it and raise it up a little bit. Also, another thing I want to try to fix is right here. I mean, this is like a plywood cab, or not plywood, like a particle board. Right here on this corner, rather than trying to, I mean, you could always cut it and fill it, but then the color's going to be off. I don't think I necessarily want to repaint it. If I do go that way, I will, but it's a little bit swollen, not a lot. But here, I think that I can clamp that in really good and then pour some of the wood hardener in it, and then I think it'll be alright. I think it won't be perfect, but I think it'll be okay. So anyway, I'm gonna take these leg levelers off first, or maybe I'll see if I can add some wood hardener and do that first and then take the leg levelers off. Okay, so I'm going to use this wood hardener. I've clamped this in pretty tight. I'm just going to pour it down in here, and then later I can always go back and recut that groove with a router if I need to, if I even need to. Anyway, right now I've got this clamped in. I'm going to pour some wood hardener in there. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Here we go. So I'm just going to pour some in that hole there. Just soak up that, it'll soak into that wood, and basically it's like a solvent and then glue, right? So it's a solvent and then glue, and so what it's going to do is, there, as that solvent evaporates, which actually won't take that long, then the glue will be in place, and you're basically getting glue all the way through it and holding everything together. It works really well. So I'll put the lid back on here, and then I'm just going to let that set while I take these off. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put these new leg levelers on. These are actually not expensive at all. And then I always put a washer on there to keep happening what just happened here, where it just gets shoved all the way down in. So that way the washer will, boom, press up against the wood with that nut there, and then it won't slide all the way in. And they're not expensive. I don't know why people don't do that when they put them on originally, but they don't. So anyway, it's pretty easy to do. Pick your height. Here you don't need it to be that high, but still, up a little. I definitely want it to be up off the ground. This thing's already taken enough damage near the bottom. It's not going to take any more. There we go. So I don't know if you can see here, I'm just taking it on this and tightening it up. So you got the washer in between. That's not going to shove in. It shouldn't turn anymore. It'll be really nice and sturdy. And then I just line them up all around the same way as that one. Just rinse and repeat on the other four, and then that'll be ready to go. And then I think this is actually already getting dry, so that'll dry pretty well. Maybe I'll turn the clamp around, leave it on while I lift it up. Okay. So here's a close-up of this one. This one's already threaded. There's a thread in there, so you don't have to put another adapter or anything on it. I just have the leg lever with a bolt, which you can get them when they come with a bolt when you buy them. And then I have to buy the washers. I buy the washers separate. And that's just a, because otherwise when you move them, it's going to want to turn and go down in there. And then you could usually tighten that up finger tight. These, I'm just going to give them a little more. Boom. Just a little more. It won't go anywhere. And now I've got to do the two on the bottom and we'll be done with that part. Okay, now we've got nice 4 new leg levelers on. It's lifted up a good extra, that's a good extra inch, which is good. Put some wood hardener here, and I flipped the clamp around us, and I'm just going to let that clamp stay on there. I've kind of got it tightened down. I'm going to let it stay on really just for a day or so, a good solid day, and maybe 2 days. And that's why I turn the clamp around, so when I pull it down it won't just pop off. So I'm going to pull this out. These are the washers that I use. They're 3/8 inch size, just in case anybody cares about that kind of thing. I just got a box of them. I mean, it's like 12 or 13 bucks, but I got 100 of them. Because I use them, I like to keep all that kind of stuff. If I use it once, I'm going to use it many times, so I figure I might as well get them. So let me pull this out and take a look at the game. Alright, so here it is, and all its glory, so to speak. It's this Bad New Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. It's original. It's a Data East game. There's no side art on this side. I think this is the original color and stuff it came in. But man, I really don't like it. It's like a gray, I guess. I mean, I could see painting it black or blue. It's got the Data East side art on this side, which is kind of cool. It's a little dirty. And the one thing I noticed, actually I didn't see it when I grabbed it, but there's a crack right here. Loop in the bezel, and I didn't notice that. It's not too bad, and this is one of those curved bezels, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Right now I'm just going to leave it alone. I want to see if I can get the game working, and it's a little dusty, but let me plug it in and let's see what it's doing. It was playing blind when I picked it up, so let me do that and see if we can't open it up. Well, the back's off. It was somebody already drilled the lock. A couple things I see that are problems immediately. Here on the flyback, this anode cup, that looks damaged. I would imagine I'll need a new flyback. The other thing that looks freaky is right here somebody had cut this off and it was just kind of loosey-goosey here. Wow, that looks pretty crazy. But otherwise it's pretty simple. I mean, you got it's a JAMA setup, I guess, or I don't know, I guess it is JAMA setup. I don't know. You got the board there on the side, an isolation transformer, a regular like switching power supply, that's nice, so that'll make it easy if that ever fails. And then your monitor here, this looks like a Wells Gardner. I don't know. I'm not great at picking out what it is, but definitely it's a Wells Gardner. So anyway, I'm going to maybe just tape. Why did they do this? I don't know why they did that. It really needs a brand new plug now. I'm not going to plug it in the way it is now. I'm just going to put some tape on it, and then I'm going to plug it in just to see what the heck's going on. And I want to see what's going on with the monitor, because the monitor was not coming on at all, and I'm just curious about that. So let me do that first and just see. Alright, that's a very... I hate to even do that, but that's a super temporary fix. Let's plug this sucker in. Let's see what happens. I'm hearing high voltage on the monitor. I do hear it. I can hear it kind of humming. Let's go around and see what's... I hear humming through the speakers. Maybe that's not the monitor. Let's see. are kind of loud. To say the least, it's kind of loud. So there's a volume plot in here. Let's see. Turn it down a little. Alright, that's a credit button. So somebody's kind of bypassed these, I guess. No, they haven't. No, they still work. The coin on one, and I guess it's... Is it there? I don't see it on the other side. If it is, it's protected. Okay. Alright, so some of that works, but you're definitely not, there's nothing on the screen. Alright, oh. Let me take a look at that monitor some more. Hard to tell if there's any. Any neck glow. So it's playing blind. You got that up there. I'm gonna see if it's getting one. I'm gonna see if it's getting. It must be getting 120, but I'm just gonna double check that. I'll turn it off. Let's see if the power switch works. It does. Okay. Let me check the voltages on the power meter and some other stuff here and see what's going on. Well, I opened this thing up and I noticed that this was off, and this little I guess plastic washer or nut was in the bottom of the cab. It's kind of weird. It's pretty easy to tighten that back up. Interesting. Anyway, very cool. It's all leaf switch, which is nice. There's no, it's on, and there's no high voltage. If I can coin up and then hit player 1 or player 2, and then the game absolutely is playing. You can hear it. And I think this is punch and jump. So it must be punch, I think. I think. Alright, so I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit. Definitely this monitor's gone. It's not getting any high voltage. So I think it's a, I mean, it's getting 120, but it's not, you can touch the screen, you can tell it's not getting, nothing's coming out of it. So that, and given this damage on the anode cup, I think, you know, it probably needs a new flyback. Kind of bothers me that, I mean, maybe these things just go, but kind of bothers me that it needs a new flyback like that. Maybe it just goes, you know. So I think I'm gonna pull this monitor. Well, I'm gonna discharge it. Then I'm gonna pull it, and then I can rebuild it. You know, I'm just gonna do a cap kit on it, and here let's see what monitor that is. Looks like that's a yeah, 19K7000. So it's a K7000 Wells Gardner, which is a pretty nice monitor. Actually, should be really nice. It's just a slight bit of burn. So anyway, I'm going to turn this off, discharge it, even though I don't think it's even necessary. I don't think it's getting any charge, but I'm going to discharge it, and then, well, especially since I'm going to do a cap kit on it, I'm going to pull the monitor, put everything back together, minus the monitor, and then I'll rebuild the monitor and see. I would like to check, you know, the RGB on I've got a little test setup that I was thinking about putting together. This would be great. If I had it, it'd be great just to say, oh yeah, the board is working or it's not. Sounds like it is, and clearly the monitor's not getting high voltage. So let me just rebuild the monitor first, and this will be part 1 of bad dudes, and then hopefully, oh, that needs to be fixed too. Maybe some glue there. Yeah, but not too bad. I mean, it could have been better shape. Yes, absolutely, but it's not horrible. It's not bad. And for $100, I got this for $100. I mean, for $100, that's okay. It's all original, and you know, if I'm talking rebuilding the monitor, and then you know that marquee will just live with that maybe. It's not so bad. Not so bad at all, actually. Okay, so that we're gonna wrap it up here. I don't think you need to see me pull the monitor. I'm just gonna unscrew these screws and yank it out of there. All right, bye.